we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Auburn's offense will have the football first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down. Because the RPO game's been a problem.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Going for the big play. Makes a grab at the 25 and there's room. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The hand to the running back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going.
Next going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on 1st down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on 2nd down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh! tight end. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds. The Commodores will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it in at the 40. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Grab behind the line. It's Smith. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Under fire. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the ball.
Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
The give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? To the air, it's Coleman Hope. Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle it off.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Commodores will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Complete to the right. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Barnett. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the mark.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He did not make it a stonewall on third down.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top. Slings it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. The give out of the gun. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. First play of the period, first down here. To the air, it's Coleman Hope. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Commodores moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So here comes the Auburn offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. On the move. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Past the first down marker and still running. Turning it on. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd. Because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans...
Touchdown, Tigers. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got it in the middle, it's Barnett. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Running into the open space. Into the secondary on the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Commodores.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball. Trying to burn this defensive back. Catch inside the 30 and still right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Auburn.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and you
breaks into the open. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. The Commodores line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Kane. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He slings it deep to the left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Here comes the heat. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up third down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
Tight end now in motion. Back to pass. It's Croman Hope. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Lockwood. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Makes the catch. It's Lockwood. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Oh, maybe a double pass. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They start this 3rd quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Back to throw, it's Coleman Hope. Under fire. That's caught. It's Barnett. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He's got great speed. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. At the 35, he's open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this 2nd half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
He's got the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Tiger. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being
a lot of room to the right. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Commodores want to pick up the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Back to throw, it's Coleman Hope. Caught over the middle, it's Coleman. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
you don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The Tigers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Right back to the well. He's loose at the 15. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to believe the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Got his man downfield. It's a seam wide open. The tag. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Auburn with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's got it. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Back to throw. It's Roman Hope. Oh, he makes the catch. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Flips it out in the flat. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Across the 35. Knocked down for the tackle.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense. Well, and he gets stumped on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The run from the shotgun. There he goes. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. On the move, it's Henderson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the move. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game spot.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the returner will be brought down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Back to pass, it's Coleman Hope. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is
Sends it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Special teams proving to be special. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Dropping back, it's Coleman Hope. Finds his tight end. Oh, he got loose. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Lofts one high and deep. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He's brought down. A short return to the defense comes out on top with a pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Finds a crease at the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 24. A big run, creating a little space for this offense.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. It's a really nice run.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. He shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
And the Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
The give to the lone running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
At 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give to the tailback. Just ran over it. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. To the ground, he's got it again. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around.